So, Angel Reese is basically unguardable and unrivaled. She has become essentially unguardable. And the reason for that is the same reason as the WNBA. Nobody is boxing her out. Like, it is literally madness. And by the way, this is not a knock on Angel Reese. This is on everybody else. She just not only does she want the ball more. You know, it's like if you've ever played, say kind of low-level basketball, and there's a guy on the other team. Let's just say you're playing pickup, and there just happens to be someone on the other team that is just good at the sport of basketball against a bunch of random people. And, like, it's genuinely, like, one of those things where the ball's there in the air, and the guy who's really good is just, like, an athlete, and they just go and get it quicker than everybody else. It's like they process things quicker. Angel Reese is like that with rebounds. They just can't stop her getting rebounds. Doesn't matter who it is. Like, every single time. And, like, this is literally, I've said it from the very start. She's the best sealer in the WNBA. If Angel Reese figures out how to score layups, she's going to be a serious player. And people are like, oh, like, she's not a skilled player. Well, neither was Dennis Rodman. There have been players that have not had much skill in the NBA. Neither was Shaq. Shaq was just bigger than everybody else, stronger than everybody else, and was half decently athletic and had a half decent hands around the basket. She doesn't have great hands around the basket. But, like, when have we like, I get it, it's funny to make fun of her. Nobody can catch a rebound over her. Like, she is cooked every single time she faces Aaliyah Boston. She has cooked her. She's absolutely cooked Aaliyah Boston. Like, Aaliyah Boston's been horrific and unrivaled. Like, we can call a spade right here. She's been terrible. She's been terrible. But at least, like Angel Reese, she's like, she can hit free throws, had 15 rebounds, and had 16 points. The defensive rebounds, I'm not going to say they're the most impressive things in the world, because teams now have realized, let's not go for offensive rebounds. Like, this team, literally, they sent De'Erica Hamby, one player to the basket every time. Everybody else just ran back on defense. Like, Aaliyah Boston didn't even really go for the offensive boards. But, like, Aaliyah Boston was not able to box at Angel Reese. None of them were. None of the players were. And one thing she's so good at is when she sees a mismatch, she immediately walks them into the post. And I don't mean, like, oh, like, she seals. Like, she literally gets them under the basket, so when she gets the ball, she has to scoop it up. So she's so effective on mismatches. Just please, I'm begging you. I am begging you. Fire your trainer. Fire your trainer. Your trainer has you working on these weird sidestep mid-range bricks that you're going to be chucking up all year. Literally, you don't need to hire some big, massive, like, really high-level trainer. And by the way, you have to be okay with this. Literally, spend the off-season working on your layup technique. Because she releases her layups from here. She always does. She releases them from here. She kind of scoops it to the side. Like, she very rarely misses those scoop layups. But, like, when she tries to shoot overhand, like, layups, she releases it from here. She releases it from... The right-hand ones are awful because she released the ball from here. Like, people are like, oh, she's 6'3". When she releases her right-hand layups, she might as well be 4'7". All she has to do is learn to release the layups. I'm going to bend down here. Here. Not here. Here. That's literally all she has to do. She can work on the rest of the stuff in her game. But the annoying thing is like, she does so much well on the floor. So much. Like, they can't guard her in Unrivaled. And that's why it's so frustrating watching Angel Reese. Is she just can't score layups. Like, she literally, like, I've never seen a player who is unable to score a layup be this good at basketball, be this effective at basketball. And you can say whatever the hell you want about Angel Reese being a bad basketball player. She's incredibly effective. You can see here, she had 16 points. Like, they just hack her. They have to hack her on those rebounds because she gets positioning on them all. And then the defense, like, you know what's happening. You know every time there's a shot going up. There are times where Angel Reese starts sealing before the shot goes up. I don't understand how teams don't read the scout report. How teams don't understand the scout report in the WNBA already. I don't understand it. Angel Reese likes to seal. Angel Reese is not going to be someone who burns you off the dribble and scores. Not at this point in her career. She is a sealer. She is a rebounder. And She's somebody who will make defensive plays on the perimeter. Her hands are incredibly quick for steals on the perimeter. She's not going to block many shots. She'll block an occasional one. Not going to block many shots. But she is somebody that's going to be really good in the perimeter. To be honest, when she's inside trying to block shots, she's incredibly foul prone. But like if I was like the Sky on defense, I'd start putting her on point guards. Like if I was a Chicago Sky, you have got Michaela Onyeabor, Courtney Vandersloot. I would genuinely, if you've got Camila Cardoso inside, screw that. Put Michaela Onyeabor on the power forward. If I'm the Sky, tell Angel Reese to go guard point guards. Genuinely. Like if I'm them first game against Caitlin Clark, and I understand, yeah, Angel Reese can cook Caitlin Clark can cook Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark will cook Angel Reese a lot less than she will cook Courtney Vandersloot. Like, Beck Allen can't guard her. Kia Nurse can't guard Caitlin Clark. No one on Rachel Banham can't. Mariah Jefferson can't. Nobody on the Sky team can guard. So why not just try? Why not just try put Angel Reese on her? Because at least Angel Reese might get a few steals. Like, and that's the most, finally they have the stats in. Finally. No, just box scores. It's better than nothing. But you can see here in some of these games, like 15 boards, 12 boards, 15 boards in 8 minutes, 11 minutes, and in fairness, 19 minutes. But like in 8 minutes in one of the games before she got chucked, it was just one before she got chucked. I'm pretty sure the 15 boards in 8 minutes is when she got chucked. Like, yeah, she's not shooting the greatest percentage. And by the way, she's not catching her own rebounds in this league very much. She's just missing shots. Like, she's not a good mid-range shooter. She's not going to be for a few years. At least. If ever. Sometimes people just can't, some people genuinely just, they're never figure out the shot. Like, her shot's not quite as broken as a Joakim Noah's, but I'll always use Joakim Noah for the comparison. Like, I do always, like, that's always the comparison that I use. People always say, oh, that's a shot. And I'm like, man, if Angel Reese ever gets top 4 in MVP voting, her career's been a success. If she is prime Joakim Noah, her career's a success. I don't know why people are saying like that's a knock. But like, he was never able to really shoot because he had that shot, whereas Angel Reese has this shot. She has the let me try to, obviously, my left hand. She has that, which there's only, and funnily enough, she doesn't do it on free throws. She doesn't do this thing on free throws. So it's so frustrating watching her play, because if you do not think Angel Reese is one of the most effective players in the WNBA, you're just lying to yourself. You are lying to yourself. When she's playing at her best, when she's doing like 6 field goal attempts in 19 minutes, because she's a good free throw shooter. 6 field goals attempts in 19 minutes. Like, that's what you want from her. You want her to be a rebounder. I'm going to say this, force feeding Angel Reese the ball is going to make her look bad. But Angel Reese, before the double-double streak last year, there's a reason why I was so high on her. Because she was guarding the other team's best player, she was the best rebounder in the WNBA, she was sealing, and her field goal percentage before the double-double streak was creeping towards 50. And then when they started force feeding her the ball, it started going back below 40. Like, she had a month, was it June? Where the double-double streak, what hadn't really happened, it was the end of June, when I think she had broke the rookie one, was at the very, very end of June. So for me, it was like, until it became about the streak, until it became about force feeding Angel, when Angel was playing like the fourth option, she was, in my opinion, one of the best fourth options in the W. She's a terrible first option, but if she can just figure out the layups. The worst part is, though, is that you can see in Unrivaled, she hasn't figured out the layups. So if I was Angel Reese, I'd fire the trainer. I would fire the trainer. Because what she needs to work on is exactly what Lisa Leslie says. It's all about layup technique. If Angel Reese figures out the layups, she goes into that conversation for top 5 power forwards in the W. And you might be saying, oh, that's a crazy take. She is already top 5. The power forward position in the WNBA has Breanna Steward, Alyssa Thomas, Neko Umake, she'd be in the conversation around with Natasha Howard, but Neko Umake, Alyssa Thomas, Satu might be playing there, Nafisa Collier, like, it's the most stacked position in the entire WNBA. And she might get into those Natasha Howard. Like, she'll be in the Natasha Howard conversations, which is fine as of right now. But, like, she possibly could go and get herself into those top 5 conversations, and being, like, honest about it and not gassing it. Like the people that were making up that she was even close in the Rookie of the Year race, or the idiot that voted her 4th for MVP last year. But yeah, that's pretty much it. She is dominating. Nobody can guard her on the boards in Unrivaled. Literally no one can guard her. Just like no one could guard her on the boards in the WNBA. And that's the worst thing is, everybody knows the scouting report. Angel Reese does not get her rebounds because she is a vertical athlete. Angel Reese can, like, when she gets her boards, she barely jumps this high. She could probably barely jump over a phone book post-injury. Actually, she can still kind of grab the rim, but she is 6'3" with a long wingspan. So, she doesn't have a high vertical post-injury, and she gets all of her boards from her positioning, her sealing, grabbing the ball, and just finishing. Everybody knows Angel Reese likes to seal, and they can't do anything about it. Nobody. It doesn't matter what the scout report is. Nobody can do anything about it, because she reads the rebounds better than any other player in the league. So anyway, yeah, that is the video though. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.